Hey, hey Brittany, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Good.
Hope you didn't have to. Well, it was a nice day today, but quite cold.
Yeah, I did go out for a walk today. I was in the mood to. I live at Young and Eglinton. I have Sherwood Park
Oh yeah,
nearby. Yeah, so I did walk over there because the sun came out for a bit, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go run out and like get some fresh air." And then it kind of went away really quickly, but it was
it
still
did.
good to get outside. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I was spent most of the day. Well, I did teach a bit today, but I spent most of the day in my workshop. Almost finished my dust collecting machine, and it does actually work after much consternation and stupid ideas that didn't work. It finally is now working.
you're building a machine, a dust collecting
A
machine.
dust collecting machine, yeah, for my in my because I have a woodworking shop in my
Oh,
backyard and I love doing that stuff, but it's very obviously very dusty. And especially right now because I have to build all of the shelves and stuff for our house because when you build a new house, you don't get any closet shelves or anything like that. It's all just a blank slate. So I got the ones done in the front hallway. They're really good, and one's done in the kids' bedrooms. But doing that, just like so much dust. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable, right? Uh,
that's smart.
so I'm building this thing, and it started with me having this old dryer blower motor from my neighbor's old dryer that I found in the basement, and I was like, "Hey, I think I can make this into a dust collector." And it ended up being that I had to completely rebuild a new blower from scratch with a different motor and a different thing, and a City of Toronto pylon is the cone part of the dust collector.
Impressive. Cool.
Well, it actually works. It took me probably about a month, which is not really that impressive because,
Oh, better than I could do.
well, the thing is that I thought, oh, this is going to be awesome with the dryer blower. And when I went on YouTube, the first guy that I saw on YouTube made a blower, and it was really good. And I was like, I'm not going to get into that. And then a month later, I make the blower, and now it works good.
It's amazing.
Good to try stuff. How's everybody else? How you doing, Astrid?
Fine, it's all good here.
Good.
A little cool in the house because we had to put the heater up a little bit later, but it's really weird weather. It just goes from 14 degrees to 14 below. That's
Oh
crazy.
God, yes. Not really enjoying that part, but it's supposed to warm up. And we're actually the kids, Jen and the kids, are going camping for the first part of March break.
They're not going camping.
For
Are
the
they
first
going
part of March
camping?
break. Oh yeah. Jennifer goes camping in February. We usually do it twice. She's nuts. She grew up in Yellowknife. She loves to go winter camping, even though she's a person that is constantly cold. She still loves going winter camping.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And now
Oh,
we haven't done tent winter camping in a while, but we have done yurts. They're
yeah.
awesome. And we've done the tent trailer because we have a little heater for it. And the weird thing about the tent trailer, when we bought it, we didn't realize that it has heated beds.
Oh, after the fact.
Yeah, and we were looking at
After
the
the whole trip.
mattresses. We found these cables in one of the compartments. Then we were looking at the mattresses, and there looks like a connector, like it's old school, from the 50s. You remember those connectors? And it's like, oh, so I plugged it in, and sure enough, didn't both beds get warm?
That's funny. Wow.
So that helps go winter camping.
I'm sure it did.
I like it. There's stuff to do in the winter for the kids. They go, one year we went to a yurt and it was a drag your stuff in yurt. So it was a bit of a hike, and they give you these toboggans and you drag your stuff in. It was great. It was one of our favorite trips, and it was very snowy. There was like this much snow everywhere, and there's a sign with like these wicked toboggans to take these little black toboggans to take your stuff into the yurt, and we get in there and there's a sign that says "Do not use toboggans for toboggan." And I said to the kids, "Screw that!" And we
Oh.
tobogganing all over the place. It was big because there were three of us could fit on there.
That's funny.
And it's good for the kids because they can have fun right outside the door of the yurt in the
Yeah,
winter. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yeah,
Whereas in
enjoy
the
the
summer,
snow.
it's more of an endeavor. So anyway, yeah,
Anyway.
let's go first part of March break. I'm working, so I can't go freeze my butt off.
Oh, poor you.
I'll have to play in warm pubs, celebrate St. Patrick and his aversion to snakes.
Wear green.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's for sure. I actually don't ever wear green. I just wear regular, but I think we're all my band is green enough.
Not.
Okay, so let's see. So what do we got that we're working on these days anyway? Oh yeah, the Earl of Dalhousie, very good practice in the key of D major. And then we were doing the reels. We might as well do them. And then maybe we'll dig and we'll find some other stuff to, what I was working on with somebody today was Cock of the North. Remember that? Great tune, bagpipe tune. Have you ever heard of that, Brittany?
No, I don't know that one.
Nope, didn't even work. There. Yeah, and I was doing it with a complete beginner. Oh, hey. Oh, yes. Goodbye. Thanks for the steak. Jerome made butter basted rosemary steak tonight. With that developed like a crust, and then he made a rosemary port sauce that poured over it. Oh my god, it was good. And I made homemade fries. So we had steak frite. This boy is getting handy to have around, I'm going to tell you that. Anyway, so Cock of the North is a great tune. It's a very typical beginning tune. And I was teaching this lady, Sue, from near Glasgow, and she was trying to learn it. And she's getting it pretty good. But it's, and I always remember, trying to get that one because it's one of the early ones that I got. And the confusing music. How the first ending is the bottom notes and the second ending is the top notes. Do you remember that? It's in Sandy's book. I can't remember what book it's actually out of. But yeah, very confusing to read, and she was having a lot of trouble. So maybe we'll practice that. And maybe we could practice also John Allen's jig. A little bit of A major. And anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But let's start off with the ones we're working so hard on. Now that's the key of D, so we're going to do a nice D major scale. I'm just going to mute everybody. There we go. Okay, and I got to really just quickly check and make sure I'm in tune. Because, things change. I am in tune. You can rely on me. Let's do D major in an octave and a half, nice and slow. Tune your notes. Ready? Go. think I bowled a perfect game there with the D major. Let's try the arpeggio while I'm hitting the targets. Ready, go. Still doing good. How are you guys doing? Feeling all right? Yeah? Tuner happy? Your ears are happy? Let's do it again then. If it was good, you got to do it again. 1, 2, 3, scale. Arpeggio! Okay, I wasn't quite as bang on as I was before, but still within the parameters of pretty good. How are you guys doing? Still good? Great. Okay, let's do Earl. Oh my God. I've also spent a lot of time today. I was supposed to get together with my friend Ina O'Brien from Galway, who plays the accordion. And she's teaching me how to play at feshes, which are Irish dancing competitions. They're very heavy-duty, intense situations involving a bunch of little girls that have worked very hard. And a few very smart young fellas that have also worked hard. Anyway, all the tunes are like, I know a lot of them, but I certainly don't know them all. So our friend Pat King sent me a list, actually MP3s, of all of the most commonly called for hornpipes and jigs in the Irish dancing kind of world. So I've been working through them today. The only problem is that he's playing like a BC box button accordion, so it's all in a different key. And it's not even in like a friendly key. It's like A flat or something like that. It's like impossible. So what I'm doing is I'm just finding versions online of each tune that match what he's playing. And I put that in a book and I'll just learn them by ear. Just like that, you know. But anyway, it's a job and a half, but it's worth doing. I only said I'd do it because Sylvie was doing the dancing, and now she quit the dancing, but that's all right. I'm still going to do it. It's not a bad gig. It's just a bit of work to learn all the stuff. I actually kind of enjoy the gig. Long day though. The last one I didn't get out of there. You get there at 8 in the morning because they start dancing at 8:30. And the last time I didn't get out until I think it was 7. A long day. So let's see. Like that? This is great that we're doing this tune. It's not the easiest tune. Everybody seems to be getting along well with it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. go again. So, everybody get through it okay? That is just great. Yes.
So I'm trying to like spice up the bowing and the ornamentation and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you show me how to do a trill, I think it's called? You do one like right at the beginning in the first bar, and I've been trying to get that in.
Oh, sure. And I know the one you're talking about, and it's one that you can just kind of get in the habit of doing. Now, but I will say that it's not a trill. It's a common misconception. A trill is this. And my wife on the tuba does it with her lip. It's crazy. It's beautiful. She does a good one. But what I do in that first bar is a grace note. So it goes right there. So, and it's a move I do often. Whenever I go from 1 to open, I just put that little grace note there. See that? Yeah. And it's very often on an up bow. Okay? So let me see where I'm doing it here. No, it's on a down bow. Yeah. And there's 2 different ways you can do it. There's the Irish way, which is slurred. Like that, all in one bow. Or there's the Scottish way, which is separately bowed. So. See that? So that's kind of down, up. And you do the grace note on the down. See that? And it's very Scotchy when you do it with the separate bow. See that? It's kind of like, and then do it again. See that? Now you can do that pretty well every time you're going from 1 to open in this tune, and in any tune really. Okay? That way you can practice it. You have lots of cracks at it. Okay? Now make good use of your up bow in this tune. See that? That's a really nice thing to do in a tune like this. This is a little unusual because it's a marching air, so it's not like you're not trying to get a good rhythm going. It's kind of gentle. So that's a nice thing to do. See how I'm doing that? So up-ups are good. And in this tune, the up-ups are going to take the form of the quarter notes that come after the half notes. You can pretty well up all those. In the second part, Same. So in the second part, say bar 13, where you got a half note B and then an A and a triplet, you would do that in an up bow too. And I stop my bow there. And then big up bow there. Another one of those. Okay. Now, don't worry about trying to get them all in. It's a general idea. If you do want to get them all in, you can always just go back to the video and see exactly what I'm doing. Just, rewind it. But that's kind of the general feeling of it. Is just this kind of yum dee die da bee die yum da dee die. Just more of this kind of down bow down beat idea. All right. Any other great questions like that? That was an awesome question. And I love those. No, you're good? Okay, let's do it again. Okay. Even more feeling. 1, 2, 3. Good? Good. Did you get any of that stuff in, Brittany?
What's it called? Not a trill,
Grace note.
grace note. I didn't get any of those in, but now I understand it more, so I think I'll be able to work on that this week. And
Okay, good.
I got some of the bowing.
Yeah, and that really helps, eh?
Yeah, it makes it sound much better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So I think that's good for the Earl. We'll come back to him at some point in history. But let's move on now. So let's see. Should we run Drowsy Maggie and Silver Spear real quick there? Or not real quick, medium. I think it would be good. Okay, Drowsy. I did come across one of the set dancing tunes that I got to learn. Well, I already know it, but is a tune called Maggie Brown's Favorite. Oh, what a great tune! And I taught it to the orchestra ages ago. I'll play it for you while you're getting out your music. Nice, lovely little tune there. Maggie Brown's Favorite. And the interesting thing is about it is that the first part is very repetitive. The second part, there's almost no repetition, eh? There's the phrases are all different. See how they're all stand alone. It's like you gotta learn them all. The orchestra learned it ages ago. They really did a great job of it. And it's the thing is about the second part of it is that once your fingers get the hang of it in the key of G, it's very intuitive. And I think that's kind of what's good about it too. Anyway, Drowsy Maggie and the Silver Spear. Let's see, how fast should we go? Do you think something like that is possible? At that tempo. Excellent. Let us do it. Now let's do it, since they're short, let's do it 3 times each for the practice. Okay? So take a good deep breath and a shot of whiskey or whatever you need, because we're getting stuck in. Okay, I'll give you a good count in. The screeching from downstairs is because it's a Mario Kart party down there. They're playing Mario Kart. So there's Sylvia's getting excited. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. Anybody have an arm left? I felt bad for my Celtic orchestra last night because we had to do Zoom rehearsal because the weather was crazy in Toronto. Like it was really high winds, 80-kilometer-an-hour winds and stuff, and they're all old people. So we did Zoom, and Zoom is really good for orchestra rehearsal, but it's exhausting because we just keep hammering away. And like when we're in person, it's such a big group now. It was like last night there was about 38 of them on my screen. And when we're in person, we try a couple of times, I can hear what needs work. It's like, that sucked. And that kind of sucked that part over there, and so then we could try to give it on Zoom. It just kind of like, I found myself saying, where you suck. And we tried again. But what it's really good for is speed trials. And that's what we did last night. But it's a lot of playing. It's 2 solid hours of trying stuff over and over at different tempos. 3 tempos usually. So three attempts at the set. Sometimes 4. Because sometimes the aspirational tempo is too aspirational. And so we got to go back. Always very important, when you try something faster and you try it at a speed where it didn't go that well, it's like obviously, okay, I guess that's too fast. Very important to back up and try it at the slower, more relaxed tempo again. Always give yourself the chance to get it right before you're all done, because that's what sinks in. You know what I mean? Anyway, well, that's good. So everybody felt okay about Drowsy Maggie and the Silver Spear? No major hairy eyeballs or anything like that? Not bad. Do you think we could push it a little bit? So that was... Here I go doing speed trials. See that? Terrible. So that was... No, wait. That's not... There it is. This is like 75. Which is not the worst. That's not a snail's pace. The Newfoundlanders would say it's not as slow as a snail on Duralube, which is a type of oil, going uphill in the wintertime. Shortened to a snail on Duralube. So let's see here. Let's try. Will we notice 80? Let's see. Start. Second here. Yeah. I think we can do it. That's 80, people. Okay, I'm going to turn the sound off. This thing drives me nuts. Okay. Okay, here we go. Helmets on, guns up. Let's start shooting. 1, 2, 3, go! 80. Any survivors?
I broke a sweat, I think.
Indeed. 5 points, eh? But you feel it. Did you get through it okay though, Brittany?
Yeah, I think I did good. Anytime I started to think about like bowing, then I would miss notes. So I just had to
Yeah.
like surrender to it and play it, and then it was okay. But
Story of my life. I don't ever think anymore, ever. How about everybody else? How did you do, Debbie? You hang in there?
Drowsy Maggie was kind of ugly. Silver Spear, I'm a lot more comfortable with, but once like at 80, it just felt like I was puking out the notes as fast as I could, and there was no rhythm to it. So it was like no.
Oh, no rhythm. Okay, yeah. Now, that's a great way to put it, puking out the notes. Gotta love it. But the rhythm, it first of all, it's a little bit harder rhythm because it's a backbeat rhythm, right? So it's not going to be kind of snap into your arm. So the
that snap in there, it's just to get it and continuously flowing.
okay, so in that case, what I want you to really concentrate on is a very nice, relaxed right hand. Okay, when you're bowing. So instead of this, think like this. Okay, that'll make the turnaround between down bow and up bow smoother and less choppy, because that's what a lot of people complain about, choppy rhythm when they go fast. And that could be what you're describing. So that the choppy rhythm is usually because of kind of like a bit of a death grip on the bow, and it makes it turn around abrupt. You know what I mean? And you can hear it. You can hear that kind of like chicka chicka chicka. So what you want is this here. Just remember that jellyfish on the end of your arm, especially when you're going fast. Because watch my right hand when I'm going fast. And I like you said how you said Drowsy Maggie was ugly. I bet you she was. Probably a contributing factor to her narcolepsy. Okay, so check this out. See that? Mostly hand, eh? Mostly hand. Now that's what you're aspiring to. It starts by playing just with a nice relaxed wrist, and then that wrist gets in the game. Okay? And then the faster you go, the more you'll figure out that it's a lot less work to do this than it is to do this. And so you'll start to kind of combine them. So that's the best way to tackle it is to relax that wrist, a loose wrist.
So even though you have a relaxed wrist, are you not making shorter, I guess, bows? Because I noticed when you're playing that last tune, your bow was almost just moved about 3 inches, if I'm correct.
Absolutely.
I mean, okay. So, and also when you're moving your fingers on the left hand, I mean, most of us, and I'm maybe just speaking for myself, because I find that my fingers are long, and so I have to squeeze them a little bit more and get them closer to the strings.
Yes.
And then I find that when I play faster, that's what I need to do. But then I may be touching my other strings while I'm hovering over the whole sort of keyboard on the left hand side.
Okay.
I don't know is that what the norm is, or?
Yes. So you make a really good point. So first of all, when you go faster, you definitely have to keep your fingers tighter to the fingerboard. I mean, actually, I do that regardless of what speed I'm going, but they never venture that far, except when I do a roll. But otherwise, it's just kind of coming from about here. And that's a very important thing, because when you end up holding your fingers kind of up or away from the fingerboard, it's a lot harder for accuracy, because like when you're holding them up over the string like this, it's just a matter of dropping down and you're probably in tune. Whereas when you're over here, now you're going to go find it. Oh, it could be anywhere. Long
Yeah.
way to go. So
Yeah.
yeah, keeping them
Good for
down.
you.
Keeping
Okay.
them down is very, very important. But you don't want to do it by gripping on the fiddle. You want to adjust everything so that your fingers are just closer.
Okay.
Another factor in that is trying not to let them go up. I call it spastic finger syndrome. A lot of adults have it. Like they just kind of fly up when they get off the string, and they don't need to. You just, my dad's teacher used to say, you need a standing army. You don't want a rabble. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just kind
Yeah.
of trying to keep them tight like that. Yeah, that's the best.
Okay.
And of course, keeping fingers down, right? I think I talked about that last time. Now, you were talking also about touching the other string when you're down
Right.
to the
Right.
fingerboard. So, a couple things about that. When I play on the D string, right? If I'm playing this tune and I'm playing on a note on the D string, my finger's actually all the way over there. Whoops.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Right out of the way of that A string. Completely out of the way of it.
Wow. Okay.
And I'll tell you the truth, man, it's a bit of a challenge for all of us to try to keep the fingers away from those strings. And when you hear little tiny micro squeaks out of me, that's usually what's going on. Because that's the third cause of squeaking, right? Your finger touching a string. See that? That's the third cause of squeaking. So whenever you hear those little micro squeaks from me, that's what I got going on. And I don't even know what's like. I don't know why I can never learn to get my damn fingers away from the string. But it seems like the more left hand ornamentation I do, the more susceptible I am to having those little micro squeaks. Okay, so yeah, get them right out of the way, and just keep working on it because we all are. Okay. Any other good questions or points like that? All very good. How about the Benningtons? How are you guys getting along with these?
I found both tunes were like a little more intuitive that time, but definitely couldn't keep up with that last speed. Even the one before that was probably like my maximum. So I did it slower. I actually played slower on that last run through, but it's coming along. Yeah.
Okay, and tell me something. What happens? What's the first thing that happens when you're going fast?
I just can't read the music that fast.
You're reading
So
the
it's
music.
So as soon as I lose my spot, then I'm just trying to find my spot on the music, and it sometimes takes a while, so I miss whole bars.
Yeah,
Uh, but
yeah,
it's just I can't read that fast. But
yeah.
as soon as I know that as soon as I have it memorized, it won't be an issue.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's good. And the best way to try to get it in your head memory wise, like if you're memorizing, do it phrase by phrase. Play the phrases on their own. And this is a very valuable thing. Try playing the middle phrase on its own. That's hard to do. Whatever it is, because you're pulling it out of the order of operation in your head. Very strengthening thing to do. Okay. Because when you come up against that phrase again, you're not going to wonder about it. You know how it starts, you know how it ends. So that's my best advice for trying to get it in your head and get off the book, is do it phrase by phrase if you're reading it. And you can do something like, if you're reading it, like in this tune, very typical, first phrase, second phrase, first phrase again, exactly. So you could read it the first time and not read it the second time. You know, that's the way Suzuki does the numbers. They wean you off the numbers by, if they put the numbers down on a phrase the first time through, the second time you won't see them. So you'll either have to refer back or, get with it. So that's what I would say, doing it phrase by phrase. Okay? And how about you, Heather? How'd you get along?
Very similar to Lena.
Okay.
I'm definitely a 75, not an 80.
Yeah.
And even 75 is a challenge still,
Okay.
even though I've been practicing.
Yeah.
And the second last bar of Drowsy Maggie, I go over and over and over that, and it still catches me, and then I'm lost. But
The last 2 bars, you said?
pardon?
The last 2 bars?
The second last bar of Drowsy Maggie. It always catches me.
That there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's practice it, everybody. Let's practice the last 2 bars of Drowsy Maggie approximately 300 times. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, go. That looked good. Let's do it again. Ready? 2, 3, go. Now, let's back up. Now, notice that, eh? Notice that repetition. So if you look at the bar before, you go up the scale to A, right? And then you do that A, F, G, E twice, basically. See that? So let's try the whole last line. Let's play the whole last line. Put it in context. 1, 2, 3, go. That go better? That's good. Now that just occurred to me. All these years I've been playing this tune. So there's 2 E3s in there. 2 of them. Okay, so make sure you hit both of them, because that might be what's screwing you up there. Let's do it again. Last line. 1, 2, 3, go. That looked perfect, Heather. I think you might got it. Okay, shall we try one more go at these 2 tunes, but we'll back her up to 75. Doom deep 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 dee deep 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 dee. Okay. We'll do them twice each now because I've been working you like a slave driver. 1, 2, 3, go. a big up bow finish. Because see, when you're playing with a band and the guys want to wind out at the end, sometimes you don't have enough bow. So you do this. See that? You turn around nice and quiet and then just put the gas on. Nobody notices. Okay, how did everybody do at that speed? Was it successful? Oh, good. Okay, so 75 is your winner. And we're going to go for 80. We're going to go for it at some point. Okay, let's take a look at the old list here. Let's work up some more stuff. Don't know how the Mario Kart's going down there. I'm actually quite good at it. I think it's because I was a drummer. I have good reflexes on the old little buttons. But I'm useless at all the other games. Like, completely useless. All right, let's see. Ooh, we did Laddie with the Platy. Oh, forgot about that. That was a while ago now, I think. What just happened there? Okay, let's see what we got. Fiddle class. Sets. So I think that's where we did the Cock of the North. Oh, Irish Washerwoman and the Cock of the North. Perfect. Oh no, we did John Allen's and the Cock of the North. You know, let's do the Irish Washerwoman and the Cock of the North because it's two different keys. And I think it'd be really good to do two different keys. So, Irish Washerwoman and Cock of the North. Tee 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 tum tee tee tum tee 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 tee. Irish Washerwoman. Okay. And look at that. It says 85 to 90 speed. Fairly quick. Yeah, that's right. It's fairly quick, I'd say. There we go. Okay. Now, Brittany, have you ever played either of these tunes before?
Neither.
Okay. So you're going to be reading.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Now, Irish Washerwoman is very familiar. So you should be okay. I'd say you should be okay with that. Cock of the North. Let me, just for Brittany's sake, I'm going to play these two tunes so that she can hear what they're supposed to go like. It's easy. It's not that hard. Okay, shall we give it a try? Why not? Now let's see about speed, because it's been a while for practicing these ones for these people that learned it ages ago. Let's try it kind of like this. Nice and gentle to begin with, to begin with. Okay. And let's do them 3 times each for the practice. 1, 2, 3, go! One more time. how was all that, ladies? How did you get along, Brittany?
Not bad. Stumbled a bit, but not bad. The last line of washerwoman with the going between the strings is tricky, so I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, and we do it by putting the finger down on both strings.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold it down on both strings.
Yeah, as best you can. That's the best way to deal with that little situation. And it's a situation that comes up a lot. Yeah. How's everybody else? Do you remember these? You knocking the cobwebs off? That's good. Very good. Knock the rust off. Okay, well, we'll just we'll take a little breather there. We'll try it again. A little bit faster, maybe. That was slow. That was definitely slow. Yeah.
Could we practice just the transition between the tunes? Because I fell off at that point only.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we're doing the big pickup note for Cock of the North. We're doing that. There's two of them there. It's an E and a D, right? So that's going to replace the latter half of the last measure of the Irish washerwoman. So you're going to go A1, D3, and then hit the E. So you go B, G, G, E, D, C, D, D, D. So you're replacing that dotted quarter note G with the E and the D that comes before Cock of the North. Does that make sense? Mathematically? Yeah. So that's what we're doing. And now let's practice doing it. So I was making a joke with Sylvie on the way home from school because when I left, Tibbs, the orange cat, was sleeping in her bed. So we were walking home from school and I said, Sylvie, when you go in your room, you're going to find an orange man in your bed. And she goes, you mean an Oompa Loompa is in my bed? That was pretty good. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So. Now that's a quick move. You see that? That's a quick one. So when you think you should be playing the last note, play an E. And scale on down to the Cock of the North. Let's do it. So let's do the whole last line of Irish Washerwoman though, because again, you need to start at the beginning of the phrase. Okay. Ready, 2, 3, go. Did that work? Do it again. Ready, go. Now, the other thing is that you don't have to freak out about it because it's a long E. It's a quarter note, so it gives you time. So just play the E and then think of that D that comes next and it'll come, okay? Try not to freak out. One more time. Little faster. Okay, ready, go. That looked good. That looked good. Okay, let's start at the top. 3 times each. Shake out your arm if you have to. Take your 5-hour energy drink or whatever. I feel nothing from those. I've tried them. Nothing. I drank a Red Bull. Felt nothing at all. Nothing different at all. But when I drink coffee, I don't really feel the effects of caffeine. I can drink a coffee and take a nap. But I don't like it when it's not there. I really feel that. Anyway, let's do it. Ready, 2, 3, go! One more. Well, you're going to be really good at Irish washerwoman now. Really, really good at it. Okay, how was it? How was the transition? Did it go okay? Great, great. And was the speed okay? Okay, cool. So next time we'll continue to work on them. I think we could get them a little bit quicker, maybe. And we'll pick something else here. Let's pick something else now. Okay. I'm thinking of maybe. I think we did Off to California. Oh, Mountain Road! Mountain Road would be great to practice for next time. And what else? Geez, I feel like we need some more reels. Oh, Mrs. McLeod's reel. That would be really, really good. So that's Mountain Road and Mrs. McLeod's reel is what we're going to work on next time. Okay, both very good tunes. Mountain Road is a very popular tune. And the other one as well. Both Miss McLeod's Reel is a really popular tune. The Irish people do it in G, but it's originally in A. So we'll probably do it in A as well. And I think they go very good together. It's another DA type of situation. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave you for now, guys. I really got to go to the bathroom. And I think I've practiced you hard enough this evening. So you got your work cut out for you, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.